friends, welcome back to my channel, and if you're new, welcome to my channel. My name is Jackie. In this video I'll be participating in a Chic for Cheap craft challenge, and the host is Christi at Christi Creates, and her co-host is Annalee from Annalee Ashby DIY. So let's get into it. Okay, so this is what I'm going to try to craft for cheap. So I'm going to begin with 2 of these Dollar Tree candle holders. So these are candle holders, but look how similar they are to the original, to the planters. Wow, so cute. Okay, so I could have kept them white, but I decided to go away from the white this time, and I'm going to paint them in this Waverly chalk paint in the color Celery. So it's like a real light, pretty green. So I'm just going to do 2 coats of this light green, and voila, here they are, nice and pretty. I didn't do the very bottom and I didn't do the inside, but I just did the outside and the top. Okay, so now I'm going to take some floral foam and I'm going to cut it with one of these 5-in-1 painter's tools from the Dollar Tree. So it's supposed to do 5 different things, but as long as it cuts my floral foam, that's all I care about. I'm good. So it works pretty good. It slices right through it like butter. Okay, so here are some greenery that I'm going to use. And so I'm going to use one of these picks, the mini roses, and one of these greenery bouquets. And I'm going to go ahead and snip off all the stems because I'm going to utilize both of these picks into both of these once candle holders, and now they'll be vases. So I'm going to go ahead and also snip off some of these mini roses because they're pretty lengthy. So I'm going to cut them in half so I can make the arrangements a little bit more full and not so lengthy. So I'm just going to keep snipping these in half. And in the meantime, I'll tell you a little bit more about this challenge. So as I mentioned earlier, in this challenge we are to choose some inspiration pieces and try to recreate them for cheap, hence Chic for Cheap. And as with most challenges, there will be a playlist associated with this challenge, and there'll be a link in my description box below that you can follow and watch the other participants. And just in case the link doesn't work, I will also add the link to my comments, and usually those links work very well. So that'll be just an extra little step. Okay, so now here I am adding my florals, and there's really no rhyme or reason. I am not a florist. I just do my best to make it look pretty like I would like it. So I'm just going to keep adding. Oh, and also along with the playlist link in my description box, I'll also add the links to the hosts and co-hosts, who are Christi Creates and Annalee Ashby DIY. So those links will be in my description box below as well. So please check out their channels. They are some great creators. They do some great, beautiful decor and DIYs, and oh my goodness, beautiful. Okay, so I'm almost done here adding my greenery. So I'm just trying to make it full. And as I'm getting done, I'll just go ahead and tell you I've only spent about $4 to do this. $1 each on the candle holders and $1 each on the 2 different picks that I ended up dividing and filling both of these candle holders, which are now vases. And here they are. Here's my inspiration piece, and here's mine. What do you guys think? Okay, on to DIY number 2. This is a West Elm item, and so these are a grouping of 4 beautiful vases. And so I'm taking these 2 kind of funny looking vases from the Dollar Tree, and this one even has a chip on it, but you know what? That's okay. I'm going to work with it. So I'm going to take these 2 little vases and I'm going to try the old baking soda and paint trick. And I'm going to use a chalk paint And I know usually you use an acrylic paint, but this chalk paint is pretty thin. It's not as good as the Waverly, so I figure if anything it'll just make it thicker. So I'm going to add, I don't know, I didn't measure, I just kind of poured some in there, just enough that I thought would be good. And so now I'm mixing it with a spoon. Probably I should have measured it with a spoon, is probably what I should have done. But anyway, it worked out. I just kind of guesstimated it. Little dab of this, little dab of that. Yeah, you know, kind of like the way I cook. Okay, so now I'm taking this brush and I'm going to go ahead and brush the whole little vase with this baking soda chalk paint mixture. And I do 2 coats on each. And I also fill in that chip part on the top. So I do this. And so here they are, looking pretty. So now I'm going to take some painter's tape and I'm going to go around the outside of it and go all the way around with it so I can paint the bottom portion a different color and do the color blocking. So I'll leave the top portion in the white and I'll do the bottom portion in a different color. And I was thinking of doing a different kind of design the way the inspiration picture was, but I don't know, I don't have very good luck with really intricate designs, so I just figured a nice basic kind of color blocking design would probably work best for me. So now that I have them ready to paint, I'm going to take some Waverly chalk paint in the color Hazelnut, and I'm going to go ahead and paint the bottom portion with this paint, and I'll do that to both of these vases. Okay, so here I'm finishing up. Here's the second one, and I'm going to go ahead and flip it upside down so they'll dry nice and pretty without getting messed up. And once it dries, then I'm going to remove the tape. And so here's the best part. We all love to remove the tape. Now remember, this has a texture now because of the baking soda. So my lines aren't as crisp as I would like them to be. But you know what? I'm not mad at it. I'm not mad at it because it gives the vases some interest. Yes, that texture kind of prevented the lines to be crisp, but that's okay. That's okay. I'm not mad at it at all. So now I'm taking some of these cotton stems from the Dollar Tree, and these were available in the fall time, but I still had them, so I'm just going to utilize them. I just figured the color combination went really well with the way I have the vases now. So I just cut these and put them in the vases, and pretty much I'm done. And so the original inspiration piece, they were $17 each, and these ended up being $2 each. $1 for the vases each and $1 for the stems each. So $4 total. So these are $17 each minimum, or you know what, it might be even more. And then these are mine, $4 total. What do you guys think? Okay, for my third DIY, I'm going to try to replicate this Hobby Lobby wall vase. And so I'm going to take one of these wall vases from the Dollar Tree. And I will tell you, this sticker is hard to remove. Oh my goodness. Yes. So I had to get the heat gun and I had to work it and pull and work it and pull. And even the last little piece, it took me a little while to get it off. But oh my goodness, I've never have had to remove a label off of a Dollar Tree item like this. This was a challenge in itself. But yes, finally it came off. And I removed the hanger that's on the back. And it just comes right off. And so now I'm going to go in with some of this Waverly chalk paint in the color Elephant. And I'm going to take this dabber that I have. And I'm just going to dab, dab, dab and kind of smear, because this metal looks a little bit too new, too shiny, and I want to dull it up a little bit. So I just keep working it till I get it the way I want it. And it doesn't take much, I just kind of smear and dab and smear and dab until I get it all coated. So here now I'm going to take some more of this floral foam, and I'm going to slice 2 slices so I can hot glue on the inside. And so I'll place one going one direction and one going the other direction, and you'll be able to see a little bit better here. I kind of put there, you can see it. So I'm going to do that, and I'm going to begin adding some of these succulents. So I have these longer succulents from the Dollar Tree, and I like them because they're bendable. You can bend them real easy. And then this one that's really pretty, and then this little one with the clip, and then this little one that's in a pot. So I remove the one that's in the pot, and I remove the alligator clip off the smaller one, and now I'm just going to assemble and put them in. And I'm going to bend them and kind of twist them to give them a little bit of life, so they'll look like they're naturally kind of flowing down the vase. So now I'll add the remaining pieces, and I'll put the hanger back on with the knot in the back this time instead of the front, and make a nice knot, make it nice and secure so it'll hold it just fine up on my wall. And I'm pretty much done, except for the front looks a little bit bare. So I went through my stash and I found this wall decal set, and so I'm taking the blessed off, and I'm gonna put blessed on the front. And pretty much I'm done. And I'd like to thank Christi Creates and Annalee Ashby DIY for hosting and co-hosting this Chic for Cheap challenge, and please follow the playlist. Okay, so here's my inspiration piece, Hobby Lobby, $29.99. And here's my piece, $6. What do you think? Well, I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, please give me a thumbs up. I'd really appreciate it. And I invite you to subscribe if you haven't yet. And please leave me a comment in the comments down below and let me know which one was your favorite. And until my next video, have a great day. Stay healthy, safe, and strong. Bye-bye.